Hello, everyone. Welcome to Tuesday, the 17th day of May, 2022. Your Day Weather Podcast is being brought to you by Cowboy State Daily, Wyoming's news authority. Check them out at cowboystatenewsdaily.com. Well, folks, as we take a look at what's ahead, first of all, as we talked about yesterday, it was going to be a warm start to the week. It's going to be very, well, almost like early summer out there again today. Pleasant. Temperatures will be 70s, 80s. Thunderstorms will develop today. Some are going to be strong in a few areas. We'll show you where. That strong cold front we talked about yesterday, it's on track. It's not turning back. It's going to plow into the region Thursday and Friday and bring lasting effects into the weekend. And as we discussed, freezing temperatures are a real concern. Friday and Saturday nights are the two nights I think we have the biggest concern for freezing temperatures in parts of the Intermountain West. We might even Thursday night up in northern Wyoming, parts of southern Montana be near freezing, but Friday and Saturday night on a more widespread basis. There's going to be some rain, and yep, some of you are going to see snow. I hate to say it, but the good news is there's going to be some really needed precipitation pushing into Colorado out of this system, even if it does come in the form of snow. Today's satellite imagery shows a couple of things to talk about. Here is a patch of moisture right here. A little upper disturbance. This is going to be the triggering mechanism for the showers and thunderstorms today. And then this swirl right here of clouds up into the Gulf of Alaska. This is the troublemaker right here. This persistent area of low pressure, which has been up there for weeks, is going to come down instead of in one piece. The whole thing's going to move in. And that's what's going to drag in the really cold air. And there you can see it on the 500 millibar chart with a westerly mild flow coming into the nation. This little dip right here, this is the trough that's going to come through that is producing those clouds I just showed you. That's going to come in later today, triggering the thunderstorms and showers. There's a good amount of water with this little wave. This is the precipitable water. We show this during the thunderstorm season to kind of show you where the best available water vapor is to bring showers and thunderstorms, and the green and blue shows that area is moist. The brown shows the more dry areas. This is where the thunderstorms are going to be most active by afternoon today. And you can see, look at Nebraska, kind of in the bullseye there, but eastern Wyoming, even back into parts of Utah and into northern and eastern Colorado, we'll see some action. This is where the severe weather threat is the highest. Notice this bullseye here in northeast Kansas into eastern areas of Nebraska. This enhanced area is going to have some bad weather today. Heavy rain, large hail, tornadoes, strong winds. But notice the second shade of green of the severe weather threat is getting back into eastern Wyoming, northeastern Colorado, and into the panhandle of Nebraska. So this area, the green area and the yellow area, is definitely going to need to watch out for severe weather today. This is the hail risk. This is a really high hail risk for eastern areas of southeastern and eastern Nebraska and parts of northern Kansas. As we go into the front, this is the frontal system by Thursday night. This is by midnight Thursday night. High pressure up into the Gulf of Alaska displaces the cold air that's now in the Gulf of Alaska and pushes it here. When you have a big change in latitude, where there is a big shift from a high latitude air mass to a lower latitude air mass getting shifted, a displacement from high latitude to low latitude, this is where you get these big temperature swings. And boy, there's going to be a big one here. This is by Friday morning. The cold front and the trough is now about Denver, Colorado Springs, and is going to push all the way through the area by Saturday with a broad trough of low pressure over the Intermountain West, allowing that cold air to settle on in. This is the temperature contrast by Thursday afternoon. Basically, this is 6 p.m. Thursday. You can see the boundary extremely well between the very, very warm here and the very cold air here. It's springtime, folks. You get these big changes and big swings like this, but this is a really good way to kind of just emphasize the contrast with the front in terms of the amount of cold air with it. These are the temperatures relative to the 30-year averages by noon Saturday. So you can see this big push of purple here heading across the nation and very cold relative to average for a large part of the United States. Here's the precipitation forecast through noon Saturday. So right here, this is going to be good news for this area here. For you folks living here, badly needed precipitation is coming. Yeah, I know. Some of it's going to be in the form of snow, but really need that precipitation there. And there it is. Now, I think the model is overdoing it. You got to remember the ground is going to be really warm from these warm temperatures we're getting now, so there's going to be melting. And not a lot of this snow is going to stick, but there is potential for a large part of far southern Wyoming and Colorado to see the white stuff. Obviously, the mountains getting into the act as well. Now, I'm going to step you through the temperatures. Now, these forecasted temperatures are just that. They're forecasted temperatures. So we're just looking at this as a guide, but this is by Friday morning. So kind of pick your location, and you're going to see that there's lots of 20s and lower 30s out there for Friday morning, especially across the northern Rockies and the northern plains. This is by Saturday morning. Saturday morning by far is going to be the coldest. Is it really going to be 2 below zero in Walden, Colorado? Well, if Walden, Colorado gets snow on the ground, maybe, but I don't think it's going to be that cold. But you can see the model's overdoing it likely here, but there is the real potential for Friday night and Saturday night for the freezing temperatures to push into the region and get further into Colorado overnight Friday night into Saturday. And on a region-wide basis, this is the same image, but for the whole western United States by Saturday morning. So you can see that it gets pretty cool all the way down into Las Vegas, all the way down into northern Arizona, all the way down into northern New Mexico. So this is a pretty expansive cold shot that's coming. It's not going to really warm up, at least to above normal temperatures, by Tuesday. This is by Tuesday afternoon. So basically from Friday through Monday, folks, temperatures in the west will be colder than average. Thanks for watching. We'll update you tomorrow. Have a good Tuesday.